Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Valentine's Day. I intend your day is filled with love, happiness, and all the good stuff. I apologize for this angle and the light, but I'm traveling again, so this is what we have, okay? Stay with me because we're gonna talk about the good stuff. And I know you guys are here for what I have to say, not necessarily the aesthetics, but I myself, I love aesthetics. But for this video, this is what we have, okay? So bear with me. Now, what do I want to talk about today? Well, since it's Valentine's Day, I want to talk about love. And I don't have a script because I don't know, this is just very like spontaneous video. I just want to tell you guys that literally anything is possible. I know maybe you guys hear that a lot, but you really need to start believing in yourself. When you are consciously manifesting, it is your job to stay in the mindset, to stay in the identity of being the person who has the thing that you want to manifest. I know a lot of you guys manifest SP. I mean, not just this, but since it's Valentine's Day, this is usually the topic. So I want to say that you can have anyone you want and there are no limits, but you need to know that for yourself, okay? It's not enough for me to tell you that. You need to at least agree with what I'm saying or believe in what I'm saying. Usually my clients get quick results because they already trust me. So when they talk to me, because they trust me, it's just sometimes very like fast for them, maybe after our coaching call or our session, so sometimes it's the same day. And even if it's not the same day, it really happens really quick. Now, like I said, when we are manifesting someone, this is based on the teachings of Neville Goddard and Everyone Is You Pushed Out. So what that means is every person in your life is showing up based on your ideas, thoughts, beliefs, everything, your perception, basically, your perception of someone. That is how they show up. And I have done this so many times, like so many times. I have tested this millions of times, not millions, but a lot of times. And it works with everyone because this is how it, I mean, the thing is that this is how it works, so for me to say it works on someone, this is just how it works. When you have a certain perception of someone, they have to prove you right. They will show up and do the things that you expect them to do. And if you guys have noticed, when the narrative is a bit negative, like for example, you assume the worst, right? You assume the worst about someone, and then you're like, oh my God, I was right. This person is always giving me a hard time. This person is, I mean, honestly, guys, I don't even want to say those things because let's not even focus, because perception and focus is very important. But I'm just gonna say negative stuff. So whatever you want to put in that, like container, just imagine it like that, like all the negative stuff. Okay, they're not doing this, or they're just bad people. So anyways, you have that perception of someone. They are going to prove you right. They have to. And I was talking to someone yesterday and she told me, Bianca, I feel like it's not me, it's the other person. And that is so valid because when you don't know about conscious creation or conscious manifestation, or you are new to this, you are kind of compelled to believe what you see in the physical reality. That's how humans are, basically. You see someone act a certain way and you're like, oh my God, they're doing this. This is something I don't like. They're doing this, they're like, I'm just gonna give this example. Like for me, something very annoying is every time I go to the grocery store, someone is pushing me so I can move faster, you know, and I feel that card, like it's in my bag, the card is in my bag, you know, it's hitting me, and I'm like, oh, in that moment, I'm like, just give me some space, just leave me alone. And immediately as I start thinking those thoughts, I can sense that they're pulling back, you know. So, and this is something annoying, okay? But think about other things. I want you to think about everything. So right now, let's say you are a beginner, okay? Or maybe you are new. Think about your relation to someone, okay? It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be any type of relation. Think about how is it unfolding and why is it unfolding a certain way, and why some relationships last and are strong and why others are dissipating. Because you can usually, and maybe in just in romantic relationships, you can see a pattern, okay? It's like the same cycle, you know. You're not chosen in love, you know. It almost like, it feels like, it's even if you meet someone new, you recreate the same circumstances with that person. And guys, I know I've been that like, I'm not even gonna call anyone out, I'm calling myself out, because I've been that person for so long. Before I learned about manifestation, I was very, very negative. And also, like, when it came to relationships, you know, and it wasn't always like that, but I feel like something at some point in my life, something undesirable happened, and I started to fixate on that. And then next thing you know, I kept seeing more evidence of that, and next thing you know, I was having the same experience with different people. And before I was like I said, before I was a conscious creator, I remember I was talking to one of like my esthetician, you know, like I go for different beauty treatments there. So I was talking to her, and I was complaining about the situation, you know, with an ex, and she said, Bianca, I'm listening to you, and it's the same problem with a different person. And I wasn't aware of this, you know, and that's when it hit me. I was like, oh my God, it makes sense that I'm the common theme here. Like, I am the one that is having these experiences. So that's when I started to work on myself, and I started to improve myself. I mean, I'm not even going to go into what I did, because I did a lot of inner work, self-development, growth, everything, you name it, I probably did it. But I was determined to no longer have those experiences and those patterns where I wasn't chosen, or I felt like I wasn't so important for the other person. Like, there were always different other priorities. I was kind of like, yeah, whatever, you know. And when I realized it's all about me, like my perception, that's when I started to change. And that's when I'm also helping other people, usually women. I don't know, I feel like all of my clients are women. Maybe they resonate with me, I don't know. But what I'm trying to say here is, your perception and your, you know, your beliefs, your expectations, everything that everything that is your inner world, that is going to get reflected into the physical reality. That's just how it works, okay? I'm not inventing this. This is just how it works. I'm just explaining how it works. So when it comes to other people, you need to change your perception about someone, and also sticking to that mentality, that new mentality, that, okay, I'm seeing this person in a new light, I choose to see the good in others. I choose to see the best in other people. Obviously, guys, if this is something you want to do, you don't have to feel obligated to change anything if you don't want to. I mean, you can also choose the worst case scenario. You can choose not so favorable stories, you know, that is available to you. Every reality exists in your mind. Like, every possibility exists in your mind, and when you fixate on something, it's gonna materialize. When you stay in that consciousness, it's gonna materialize, because consciousness creates your reality, and there's only one consciousness. So even if you are manifesting an SP or someone specifically, when you change your perception of them, because there's only one conscious, one mind. Just think, I know you guys think, oh, it's my mind, his mind, two minds, but there's only technically one mind because there's only one consciousness. So when the consciousness, which is you, are staying firm that I'm seeing the good in others, this person is choosing me because I'm always chosen, this person is putting me first because I'm very important, I'm always prioritized, I'm always loved, I'm always supported, my partner loves to do these things for me. When you stay in that consciousness, when you stay in that mentality, it is going to happen for you. It has no other choice because this is just how it works. It works regardless. I need you to be very honest with yourself. Look about the negative or bad stuff that happened and tell me you did not fixate on that, or you didn't, oh, I expected that. Oh my God, they proved me right. I was expecting them to be, I don't want to say bad words, So this, like I said, this works with everyone. Every person in your reality is how you see them, how you view them in your mind, okay? It's not necessarily visualization, it's the whole idea that you have of someone. So you can go about this in many ways, and I already talked about different methods that you can do, or if you don't want to do, you just want to like change it like this and stay in this new mentality. If you don't want to do the work, if you want, or like I said, if you want to do methods, you can do, I don't know, 10-minute session every day. It doesn't matter what you do. What matters is you need to change your perception however you can. If it helps, I know some people, they're not necessarily in, some people are into methods, okay? They do 10-minute of, I don't know, self-concept or SP, and self-concept maybe 20 minutes, 10 minutes, like I said, self-concept, 10 minutes SP, or something like that, or just SP, or it doesn't matter what you choose to do. You do something and you change your mentality. Other people who are more, I don't know if I should say logical, but they have that type of mentality, and this used to be me, that is like, I really need to understand this so it makes sense to me what I'm doing, I can't just be delusional, like all of a sudden delusional, because it just, I don't know, I have like this, maybe because I studied medicine, I don't know, I have like a very logical brain, like I need to understand what is happening. That's what I'm trying to say. So for me, understanding how this works, how perception works, you can literally search information on how reality works, how reality is created. But basically, I'm explaining to you how it is. I'm just saying, if you need more like information, that's what I'm trying to say. If you need more information, you can obviously Google it or read some books, read about I don't know, like apart from Dr. Joe Dispenza books, Neville books, Dr. Joseph Murphy, what else? I will probably, this is for the people who want to know more. I can like maybe put somewhere in the pinned comments more book ideas and everything I read to understand how this works. But basically, like the basic is how you see someone, they have to show up that way. That is like your observation changes their behavior towards you, okay? So if you don't want to believe this, you don't have to believe me. Test it out, okay? Look at how people are showing up for you. And let me know in the comments if you see some correlation, if you can pinpoint, okay, I was, thinking about them, or maybe you are new to this and you don't necessarily even have a perception of someone. You meet someone and maybe you're in a bad mood, when you meet someone, you're having like a weird day and you're just making weird assumptions. You're like, oh, I don't want to talk to this person. Oh, it's so annoying. Like they just leave me alone. I want to be alone today. Maybe you're an introvert and stuff like that. Basically, it can be created like in small steps every day, and next thing you know, you have 1 year or 2 years with someone and you have like a whole reality with them and you don't know how this was created, okay? Just try to go back to the beginning and look and see what has happened. You don't have to, if you don't want to do that, maybe you are more pragmatic, maybe you just want to be like, yeah, tell me what to do so I can change it, I don't care about the past. That is perfect. The only thing you need to do is to change your perception. And like I said, however way you want to do that, if it helps you to understand the law, if it helps you to just decide, like make the decision and live your life. But if that thought comes to your mind, you kind of like redecide, or like you remember, okay, this is the decision, I'm sticking to this, goodbye, I'm gonna, I'm going to dinner, I'm gonna get an ice cream. Or you can do 5-minute repeating affirmations, or repeat a visualization, or a guided visualization, or a meditation, or script. If you like to script, you can put it in your journal. Okay, this is how I want my relationship to be like. Or if you don't have anyone in mind, you maybe are single but want to be with someone. Again, this video is for the people who want to manifest a specific person. Obviously, you can apply this to anyone, but I'm just giving specific examples. If you don't have anyone in mind, and this is something I did in the past when I was single, I made the list. And the list consisted of every detail that I wanted my partner to have. Like from the height to how he looks, how he behaves. What can you put on the list? So you can put appearance, how you want them to look. You can put their personality, how they treat you, how is the relationship. You can basically go in detail. I think I wrote like a few good pages just once, in the beginning, when I was getting clear, I needed clarity. I was like, okay, I want to have a healthy relationship, but what does that even mean? What does that mean? What does it mean to have a happy, healthy relationship? So sorry if I'm talking so fast, but in this room, like, I feel like it's so hot. I can barely breathe. I'm just gonna try to calm down, okay? Just be more calm, okay? So, like I said, I wrote a very long list. I became clear. I was like, I want a faithful partner, a loyal partner, a committed relationship, someone who chooses me, who puts me first, who prioritizes me, who loves me, who supports me unconditionally, who respects me. And obviously, I would do the same for them. So for me, it was like, I'm sure this is going to be mutual, because like I said, as soon as I got clear on that, I was like, yeah, I'm still going to be the same for them, So this is what a healthy relationship means to me. Also have good communication, understanding, trusting each other, being able to, be your authentic self, like feel like you are accepted and included. Like I don't know, like I said included, but I mean, obviously if you're with someone, you're gonna feel included. I think I meant more like accepted the way you are. What else? And also like feel very sure in the relationship, like very, very relaxed, very, very good, in the sense of I'm trying to find like the opposite of anxiety, like, because I'm sure like I had in the past relationships where I was like so anxious all the time. I was like so stressed, because I was like, what is he doing? But when you have a foundation of trust, I think that can also, include understanding, like I said, communication, honesty. Okay, honesty. What else? I'm just trying to, remember the things I had on the list. It's been a long time. So, but these are the things that the reason I can like say them without reading them is because they are already part of my identity and I'm living these things, So what else? Yeah, this was just, I don't know, my example. Get clear on what it is that you want, make that list, and then say, I'm with my ideal partner. I have my partner, I have my dream relationship, I have the love of my life in my life. We are together, we are so happy. I met him. And if it's someone that you had a dynamic, like I said, you can say, we are back together and the relationship is better than ever. It's better than before. We are so healthy and happy and in love. And like I said, the relationship is better than before. So this would be your new identity that you embody and you remember every day. This is now who I am. This is who I am. If you go and if you go about your day, let's say you decide, like right now you are hyped, you saw this video, you're like, yes, I'm doing it, girl, I love it, I'm gonna send you the success story. And then tomorrow maybe you're like, yeah, I don't know, you know, when that motivation kind of like wears off. So I want you to maybe either come back to this video or just have in your mind this knowledge and this mentality that, okay, I woke up today and maybe I'm not seeing changes. It's kind of like the same as yesterday, you know, alone, stuff like that. But that is okay because I remember who I am as a conscious creator and I can have anything I want. And I'm going to remind myself of the decision that I already made. I already decided, and now I'm reminding myself of that. I'm reminding myself of that decision, and I'm standing firm on that decision. And I'm stubborn. I always say I'm stubborn because I'm such an Aries girl. Like, I don't know. I know Taurus and Capricorn is also a very stubborn zodiac. Anyway, it's not very relevant, but I use this Aries stubbornness. I use it to my advantage. Okay, I'm like, I'm so gonna get what I want. Like, there is no one can tell me no. If it's not something that I want, it's not a no, okay? If someone tells me no and it's not what I want, I'm just gonna flip it into, yep, yes, you actually told me yes. You're giving me what I want. I'm laughing, but this is really how I am in everyday life, you know? I am very, very stubborn. So adopt my mentality. And also I wanna say, if you guys want to work with me, email me. I will leave somewhere the email. I don't have a website yet. Maybe I will create one day. But for now, you can email me and I will give you the calendar if you want to book with me. And if you need my help, if not, you can apply the video, exactly what I said, get results, send me the success, because I love reading success stories. Like, I love it. I've always loved it. I'm a lover girl, I'm a romantic girl, and I absolutely love it. Yeah, and also, as I said in the beginning, I'm putting this video out on Valentine's Day, but just know there is no time limit. You can get your person today, like in an hour, in 10 minutes after you watch this video. You can get, you know, for example, in my country where I am, we recently adopted Valentine's Day, but Love Day in my country, it's 24th of February. Okay, so it's in like 2 weeks. So you can take that and be like, okay, in 2 weeks, I'm gonna be with the love of my life. Or like I said, it doesn't have to be 2 weeks. I'm just saying, like, take whatever resonates with you. And this is what I want you also to understand about conscious creation. We give examples and this, but obviously apply it to your own life. You know, I'm the type of person who I watch so many videos and so many different people, and I would always take what resonates with me, and if something doesn't, then yeah, whatever. I never in my life did I leave, like, I don't know, a negative comment to someone. Or I love everyone, like everyone who's giving you information for free and teaching you stuff, like, yeah, I love it, you know. I don't know, that's just how I am. Okay, so enough rambling. Like I said, if you want to work with me, email me. I'm intending that you guys have a beautiful day, and please keep me updated with the stories in the comments, or just, you can email me if you want to share success stories. You can email me your success stories. I love reading them. And yeah, I am rooting for you guys. Happy Love Day, and just, you know, just it feels so good to be in love, you know, and to share this with someone. So yeah, happy Valentine's Day, guys. I love you all, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.